Hey, welcome to Saturday Shorties. We're doing another G.I.Joe knockoff trilogy, and we're starting with some weird stuff that's also a Power Rangers knockoff. So meet Eddie and Rick, yes, those are their names. These figures were released around 1994 by New Ray Toys as part of the Mighty Rangers or Power Forces toy lines, depending on what packaging you got. They seem to have original body parts. But I mean is, I don't know if these parts were used before, but despite these two looking very similar, on closer inspection, they don't share any parts. Each figure is unique, which is quite a feat for a cheap knockoff line like this. They use the G.I. Joe body construction, but they are actually a little bit shorter than a G.I. Joe figure, making them quite comical when placed next to one. They're also quite buff, so it almost looks like what if Gimli from Lord of the Rings was a Power Ranger. I'm gonna have to write some fanfiction, aren't I? Detailing is quite good, more than I expected from a knockoff line actually. The uniforms have a lot of creases and the gloves and boots have some intricate sculpting too. The helmets are quite excellent, though those are easier to sculpt than human heads, so I do wonder how this storyline would have handled those. As far as the color schemes go, well, they obviously follow the ones from most Super Sentai or Power Ranger teams. In this case, the primary colors have white added to them, which is also common for the Rangers, and silver on the chest and helmets. The helmets do differ a little, well, the visors anyway, since they have different colors, while with the real thing they're usually just black. Speaking of colors, the yellow one here is called Eddie and isn't a woman. Now, this may seem odd to Power Ranger fans, since the Yellow Ranger is always female. Yeah, well, about that. In the original Sentai series, that wasn't always the case. In fact, the tradition of having the yellow one be a girl didn't start until the 8th series, Bioman. Before that, they were usually a guy. In fact, there was only one woman on the team back then, always the pink one of course. Just for reference, Power Rangers started by using the 16th series, Zeo Ranger, when the female yellow tradition was in full swing. Anyway, my point here is that New Ray Toys, the manufacturer of these knockoffs, was, and still is, they are still around, based in Hong Kong, where they'd have more knowledge of the older Sentai series, so having just one girl figure wouldn't be unusual to them. Sandy in this case. The myth that action figures of girls in a boy's toy line don't sell probably added to it too. As long as we're talking about the packaging, they were not subtle about this, were they? I mean, Mighty Rangers? There's just one word missing there. I mean, that is par for the course. Lanard weren't any less blatant with their Atomic Ranger warriors. All in all, maybe it's the fact that they're decent quality, maybe it's because them being a little shorter than Joe's makes them look cute, but I like these and I hope to run into more of them at flea markets or cons. Yeah, the Mighty but not Morphin Rangers are okay in my book. Well, I'll see you next time everybody, and hey, why not like, share and subscribe if that's your thing.